Hey there, I hope that you all are doing well. So this week I went to so many different places, the farmer's market, Publix, and Harris Teeter, just to name a few, and great deals all around. So that's really exciting. But before I go over my menu plan, I wanted to say this to you all in case you're new here. Welcome, first of all. But also, I tend to shop my pantry. I reverse meal plan. So it's a concept that I learned from Money Saving Mom several years ago. But in order to save on groceries for my family, I like to I like to use what I have on hand, and then I sort of build my menu plan around it. Now, I also purchase things that are on sale, and of course, we throw in fun things as well. Like this week, my kids are cooking 2 nights, and that gives me so much joy to know that they're at an age now where they are helping out in the kitchen, and that has been my dream always. My sister always says I'm working myself out of a job, and I really like that term because we are trying to raise young adults, and that's what we want them to be able to do. And so I'm very grateful that they're doing that this week. And so because of that, we have a few things that I may have not purchased this week had not been for them wanting to cook, but it's okay. But that's just the basis of how I shop, and I wanted to let you all know that because I know sometimes in my grocery hauls you may see things and then I don't mention at all how I plan on using this because I might not be using it this week. I might use it another week. So like I got split peas this week, and I don't plan on making that soup this week, but it was a part of a deal, and we love split pea soup, so I know it's something that we will be using at a later date. Okay, that was a mouthful. Let's go into the menu plan. So we had Mediterranean chickpeas with rice and French bread on Friday. Saturday was a smorgasbord of things. We had tomato sandwiches. I roasted some tofu. We had green beans. There was coleslaw. I really wanted coleslaw, so I made myself a little bowl. So everybody was just sort of doing their thing with different things. I think we also had some leftovers in there as well, so that was good. Then last night I made pizza and cheesy rolls. And I saw Acre Homestead do this. I used half of my dough for the pizza, and then the other half I rolled out like I would do cinnamon rolls. And I had some pepper jack cheese, and so I cut it up into pieces and I sprinkled it over it, and then I rolled it. And so it had a nice little kick to it from the pepper jack. But the next time I do it, I saw a recipe that I want to try, and it's actually pizza rolls, and I think that's going to be really good. You do the sauce and the cheese, and you can do spinach, olives, whatever you want to do. But I'm really excited about that. But that was good. Everybody was excited. They were very nice and soft, and we just dipped them in the marinara sauce, so that was a lot of fun. Then tonight, Alexandra is actually making cheeseburger pasta. We have some green beans left over, and so we don't have to worry about that. She's actually in the middle of cooking that right now. Add about a half a cup of that. Yep. Then tomorrow, the boys for a history assignment, they are cooking dinner. So Carter's doing, it's like a spice tofu. It's got all these different seasoning that sounds really yummy, and yellow rice. And then Starling is making these, I'm probably going to mess this name up, but I think it's Hammenstein cookies. So that's going to be really exciting. 2 new recipes for us to look forward to. Then I'm going to do a pot pie. So the weather here is getting ready to change. It's going to drop down. So I thought that would be really yummy. And then I'm going to do this biscuits and lentil gravy casserole. This is a new recipe. I saw it on Pinterest today actually, and it looks so good. I try to eat lentils at least once a week, and so I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, so that is everything. Let's get into the haul. So this was one of my favorite finds this week. I went into Dollar Tree to pick up some birthday cards, and I always like to look down the food aisle just to see what type of things they have. And I found 10 cans of the Muir Glen organic tomato puree, and I am so excited about it. So these cans are 28 ounces, and for $1.25, it's a fantastic deal. So I can use this in soups. I can use the tomato puree. I usually buy tomato paste and then add seasonings and the can of tomato paste, add water to it. and make pizza sauce. But I can do the same thing with this, and I can do it on a larger scale and just freeze it and pull it out when I need it. So I'll probably do some of that as well. But since I also bought cards, this receipt won't reflect like my true price for the groceries. But here you can see they're $1.25, and I did get 10 of them, so it was $12.50, and then I had 25 cents in tax, so it was $12.75 for these 10 cans. Fantastic deal. So this is what I picked up from Target, and I have 2 items that are missing from this haul. So I had a $10 off of $10 Good and Gather purchase. So I got some chickpeas, lentils, black beans, and split peas. And then I picked up 2 of the Good and Gather coleslaws. I really love their coleslaw mix. And I really like that now it seems like they try to remove more air so that it stays fresher longer. But I actually used one to make coleslaw on Saturday. So that's where one is. But this was like $10.34, I think. So it ended up being like 34 cents afterwards, which was really, really great. But then I also picked up some Yum Earth candy, which was $4.29 for the kids to have for movie night. But it didn't make it at movie night. We had it like on the way to flag football. So it is what it is. But here is my receipt for this. So there you can see the beans, and then the $1.19, that's the coleslaw. And you can see it took off the $10. So after tax for, I imagine there's 2 more items here too, it was $4.99. Here's the last of my goodies. So I have a couple different places. I have Harris Teeter, I have some from my garden, I have the farmer's market, and also Publix. All right, so let's start with Harris Teeter. So I got quite a few markdowns. I did take them out of the package. Well, I took these out of the package just because it's easier to see them. This is also a markdown. It was on sale for $1.50. And I'm just gonna cook this up with some onions. I love sauteed zucchini and squash. And I also love that it's from the FFA, Future Farmers of America. So that's really cool. So the garlic bulbs, these were in packages, 3 each, and they were $3 for $1. So I thought that was really great. The lemons and the oranges were basically, what was it, 50 cents each. And the boys need lemons. No, Starling needs lemons for a dessert he's making tomorrow. And somebody needed, I think Carter needed oranges for the dinner that he's making. And I picked up some parsley. I didn't get a chance to make my chickpeas last week. I used the parsley in another recipe. I ended up doing the peanut noodle, the what was it called? The Thai pasta salad. And so I used some in that. But I got another one, so hopefully I can make falafel this week. The peppers were also in a thing, and they were 3 for $1.50, so like 50 cents a piece. So that's really great deal. So I needed cashews. Alexandra actually asked if she could cook dinner tonight, and she's making a cheeseburger pasta, and we needed the cashews to make our cheese sauce. I usually buy a huge bag from Amazon, but I canceled my delivery thinking I had some in there, and I didn't. So I picked up this small pack for $5.99. Then I got some onions. I actually prepped a lot of onions this week. I did about 5 pounds of onions. I cut up most of them just to have to use throughout the week. And then I also did the caramelized onions, and I put those in the freezer to have. But I decided to go ahead and get another bag just in case I run out. Carter needs this for his recipe tomorrow, and I decided to make it a little easier for them. And I got the super firm one so that he wouldn't have to worry about pressing it. These were on sale, well, with the $2 coupon. They were $4.99, I think, and then it had the $2 off. So we're just going to use that for a snack whenever the kids get back inside from playing basketball today, actually. Then this huge thing of lemon juice. I usually get the other brand, but I picked up this Lakewood. And this is 32 ounces, and it was $7.49. We are out of lemon juice, and we do have lemons this week, but I like to keep lemon juice in the house, so I went ahead and got that. Then the cauliflower was $2.99, so I picked that up. And I got some cucumbers. So I got this. I saw this on clearance. It was buy one get one free, so it was like $3.49, I think. And this was pretty good. So I like to make my own ranch cream cheese mixture whenever I'm making cucumber sandwiches. But I decided to get this, and this was a savory scallion, so it's pretty good. It definitely could use some dill and extra spices, but it was pretty good by itself. But I used a plain bagel with this cream cheese and some cucumbers, and then Alexandra has had one as well, just to make me a little quick lunch. But I got these mini cucumbers to have for snacking as well. And then I got some sunflower seeds. I really love raw sunflower seeds, and I hadn't picked them up in a while. So since I was looking at the cashews, I saw these, so I picked these up too. So that was all of Harris Teeter, and I actually haven't scanned my receipts to anything, so I'll be getting some back. I just didn't take time to do it. But there's the sunflower seeds. They were $4.50. And you can see the lemons and the onions and all the rest of the goodies. And there's the little, where did it go? Dumplings. Yep. So it was $54.70 there. And then these are some tomatoes that I picked this week. So I have 4. We had, I think, 3 over the weekend when we had tomato sandwiches, and I have about 8 out on my banister that I'm letting get some extra sun. Some of them have already started to turn, and then some of them, as I was cutting my tomato plant back, I cut the wrong piece, and so I ended up having to go ahead and take them off before I was ready. So I'm just letting them sit outside to get some extra sun. And then these are all the apples that we picked up from the farmer's market today. So Alexandra is doing a geography class this year, and we're talking about New England, the New England states, and apple cider, and it also goes for North Carolina. In our region, apples are really big, and so we're gonna make some apple cider and also some apple butter. So I heard that it was best to get a nice variety of apples to make apple cider, and so we picked up a lot of different varieties. I don't even know, like, I can't tell which is which. We picked up several different ones, but all of these apples, this was $15. And so we're really excited to get started on that tomorrow. And then this was from Publix. The Country Crock butter was buy one get one free. And then so is the So Delicious yogurt, and Starlin actually needs that for a cookie recipe that he's making tomorrow. So that was right on time. And then the Hellmann's was also buy one get one free, and I had $1 digital, I think. So that was really great. And then I picked up these apples. I had already gone to Publix I went over the weekend, so I had picked up these apples before we went to the farmer's market today. And actually had 2 bags, but we've already eaten one. Excuse me, and we had just a couple left, so I added them here. And we also had 2 loaves of the Nature Own bread, the Perfectly Crafted, but that has all been eaten because we had sandwiches and stuff over the weekend. So that was $23.28. So in total for everything this week, what you see here and the previous things as well, I spent $110.72. So really, really grateful for that, and really thankful that I was able to get all of these goodies. And I'll get some more back on receipt scans when I do it. I just didn't have time to do it just yet. So that is everything, but thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you all are doing well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.